with my girls over at Refined and Ratchet. So I'm so glad and blessed to be in the space with y'all. How are y'all?
We
You
good,
know,
girl.
today was a good day.
Today was a good day. It's been a long
Today
time
was a good
coming. We've
day.
been trying to do this for a minute.
Okay, Nappy
Yeah.
Roots. We're here, y'all. Today's a good day. I love it for
Today's a good
y'all.
day.
Period. So we telling y'all how y'all feel. Okay, so I'm from Baltimore,
Yep.
and we have snowballs. So instead of an icebreaker, we call it a snowball.
Okay.
What
Okay.
would you describe yourself as a reader? Like, what type of reading type are you?
Chaotic as
Ooh,
fuck. Oh, can we
Okay,
cuss?
say
dramatic.
more.
I about to say, yeah, can we cuss on your show?
Can we cuss? I'm sorry. I cussed.
Oh yeah, this is we're adults. Yeah, so
Okay.
we curse.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
would say mine
Perfect.
is dramatic as fuck. I'm dramatic.
Okay, okay, chaotic and dramatic. Y'all got to explain more of that though.
I like that gang shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say chaotic because I love gang shit. I like
Mhm.
crackhead shit. But I also sometimes I gotta go to the romance streets. I just need soft and cuddly and
Crack is
whining
whack.
and
Crack
dining.
is cheap
Crack
though.
is very whack. Crack is very whack. But me and crackheads got a love hate thing going on. So I love to
What
read about them
crackhead books
too.
is you reading?
It's a bunch of books with a bunch of crackheads in it. Matter of fact, I saw a girl on thread somebody yesterday saying she was doing an arc and she don't know how to feel because the main female character was doing coke. And I'm like,
Coke
it's
is
plenty
different
books
than
like,
crack though, y'all.
it's a gateway.
Yeah.
Very different. Whitney did cocaine.
You right.
Crack is different.
But you recover quicker from crack when you try to get off of it.
Do you?
Yes, it's easy to get off crack. It's hard to get off that coke, that booger sugar.
Is it? Because
It
crack,
right.
cocaine is expensive. Crack is like $5.
No, I'm talking about the recovery period. When you try to remove the addiction, it's easy to get off crack. You just need a 30-day program. That cocaine be calling you though.
Do
That's
it?
all
Keep
I've heard.
calling me, man.
It keep calling.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, Nisha. You talk about when they were talking about Capri when she was doing
Hmm.
coke in the well, obviously she went to
What? No,
college
no, no. I don't know. A girl is
with the
doing
white
some
people.
different book. But
Oh,
I read a bunch of books that got a little, they got a little junky behavior in it, and
Listen,
I'm never mad at it.
crackhead brings character to a book because my favorite. Well, he's a drunk. He's not a crackhead, but Uncle Goose from Lady Nisha's book, Lose Control.
yeah.
They said, "Are you drunk?" He said, "I woke up drunk." What are we talking about here?
But you
Is
remember
that
what you
alcoholism or is that crack? Y'all see
right?
what I'm saying? These are two
It's all
different
of it.
things.
I said he was an alcoholic.
Okay.
Okay.
No, because I do love my uncle has a very good story in Texas about this crackhead who tried to sell him rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna just tell it. It's real quick.
Okay.
So I'm talking to my uncle Tim. He don't wear no shirt. He do chewing tobacco. We have to pray on him. Anyway, real country, real country. My family's also from College Station, Texas. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Everybody live on the same block. Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, close
And the
knit.
crackhead came over. He was like, "Yo, man, I'm about to sell you this rope." He said, "Nigga, what am I about to do with some rope?" And he was like, "For your treehouse." He said, "Nigga, I don't got no treehouse. All my kids is grown." And so he bought it off of him anyway because he just felt bad.
So Uncle is an enabler.
You know, yes.
Uncle said, "I understand, my dog. Here go a couple dollars."
Yeah, he did. He said, "You know what?
Wow.
You really try to give me a sales pitch. And so here it is."
Right. I mean, you
I mad at
hustling.
it.
Yes.
I
I
see the
would say
vibe.
my reading style, I just read anything. Long as the plot is plotting, I'm there.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now, I'm in the Granger series, and this shit is so unhinged, but I'm locked in.
Wait, which one? You talk about
I'm
Secret
on Three
Life or?
Brothers. I'm on Three Brothers right now.
Ooh, now me and them. Yeah, that's a time. That's a good time. That's a good
Okay,
time.
I'm not going to spoil nothing, but I'm at the financial aid office scene, and I am screaming.
Listen,
And
are you doing
yes,
audio or are you reading?
I'm reading with my eyeballs.
Okay, I about to say that audio
Yeah, my
book.
friend told me the audiobook ain't that great.
Friend lie. Cause I'm an audiobook girl. Well, you know what? I know I'm
I
gonna say
do
she
too.
lied.
I love all of it.
Everybody got a different style, but I listen to all three of my audio as a matter of fact, and they ate. Cause I have a
Oh,
thing with
okay.
sound. So if it don't sound good, I will get it up out of there.
Okay, we here.
Yeah.
We receive it. All right. So let me tell y'all about our guest today, okay? After years of friendship turned business partners, Charlie and Nisha are the dynamic duo and the funniest duo. That's not in the bio. I just added that. Behind
Do what
Refine
you
and
do.
Ratchet. A brand unapologetically embraces the duality of being classy and a little bit hood, all while indulging in their love for all facets of black fiction. Heavy on the black, though, as two black millennials who bonded over books, life experiences, deep conversation over good food, they created Refine and Ratchet to be the ultimate space for book lovers who appreciate both intellectual discourse and unfiltered fun. And I am so glad to have y'all in this space with me. Like we've been chit chatting on the
Yep.
social webs, but then we met in person.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about this a little bit. And I'm actually going to skip around a little bit. And I'm going to talk about the book community because I think this is in. You say you want to talk about this. Well, not
Go for
the
it.
book community, but bookish things.
No,
And I
listen,
think
we ain't got nothing to hide. Actually, we just hope you don't get canceled because we gonna be honest.
oh my gosh, I won't be. I won't
Okay.
be. And even if I am, oh well. Life will move. They try to
Right.
cancel Bad Bunny, and here we are. So, what I appreciate about both of y'all is that we met on Threads. Everybody be changing their hair and looking different, and I rolled up on y'all and I said, "I'm the car. I'm the bookish hottie," and it was instant love, instant respect. And we talk a lot about parasocial relationships in the book space, but I also think about parasocial relationships, period, because with my job, we do a lot of social impact work. And I think people just have a, I don't know what happened with the internet since we created it as millennials, but the parasocial relationships. So I want y'all to talk about that a little bit, especially do you think about parasocial relationships within creators, but also with authors, like being parasocial with
You know,
that too?
it's funny because I'm gonna do a shameless plug. I literally just talked about this on my other podcast. Oh, Charlie, please, and Nisha was
Oh,
a guest
period.
on
And
it.
subscribe.
Yeah, yeah. All the listening platforms, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, all that. But we went in depth. We did a 2-part episode of this because we can talk about this shit all day long. And I'll just start it off because I won't stay here too long. I think when it comes to parasocial relationships, people don't understand that we are building a rapport online. However, their rapport online has to be respectful. And if it's good enough, we may be able to take it offline into an in-person thing. Where it gets messed up, I think, in our community is because when people say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing, girl?" You think you locked in like twin, and you forget that these are real people that you're talking to or that you're coming across. So your parasocial relationships get too familiar, and then we got to reel you back in and say that ain't how this works. Especially when it comes to like author reader relationships, content creator influencer relationships. It's like, girl, you cool over here. I like you, but you got to come at me and you got to handle me correctly.
Okay, so what do you mean by handling correctly? Like for y'all, what does that mean? Because it could mean different things to different people. So
I will say, and I'm just gonna say from a respect factor for me, and Nisha, you can pick up here, jump in, whatever. I think what's happening is when people become too familiar, they feel like they can get certain things off, say certain things, and think it's a chummy bummy type situation. It's like you don't know me like that for real. Like how Nisha joke with me, and if she do it on the internet, you can't do that.
got it.
I need you to chill on that. What you
Because
got?
we don't really know each other. We
don't
just
know each
know
other.
of each other.
We kikiing. That's it.
Yes.
You know, for me, I feel like the parasocial thing it's a great thing, but it's also a weird thing. Charlie will tell you we have numerous of conversations. We talked about it on her pod. One thing I think people fail to realize, just because you know somebody online does not mean you know them. You know a version of them. You know
That
who
they
they
curate.
present to be online. Exactly. And not everything is polished and curated, but you know a portion of a person. And I think people have taken this whole parasocial relationship to a whole new level. As it relates from peer to peer or creator to supporter, however, everybody have to understand everybody ain't your friend and you know the people online. And some people link up online and sometimes y'all become mutuals because y'all have a hate for somebody else. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a very big ass
Clock
problem.
it. Clock
You
it.
guys tend to congregate with other people because y'all now know y'all have a mutual disrespect of a person. because what I have noticed myself, and it's always so funny because we did an interview and the girl told me she thought I was an introvert. I said, "Oh no, baby, I'm very extroverted. You just have to know me enough to get me to talk. You have to. I watch people, and in this book space, I've watched a numerous of people online that they are when it comes to parasocial relationships, they pick and choose who they like to fool with, and you have that right. But what I notice is then you flip when you notice somebody else that you normally didn't fool with. They got a little motion, got a little action, and now y'all come together, and now y'all are this front facing force, and now it's everybody else can kiss y'all ass. And I think that's quite weird because as a grown woman, I will beat your ass, and I'm not a fighter. Here's the thing: whatever you gotta do is say like, be a woman, be a man about it, stand up. You don't need to have an army of people behind you when you really about something, and you don't have to keep talking about it. So I think parasocial relationships have become weird in that sense that people congregate for either a like over a thing or dislike. And I think there's a healthy balance there. When it comes to author reader, readers have to understand you know of this person work. You know what they write. You don't know them people.
No.
And too many authors are way too goddamn nice because I've been cussed a number of these people out. And I'm not gonna care about it. You can stop supporting me. That's cool because y'all don't know how to approach people from a respectful place, and so that gets tricky.
That's the part that it's too familiar. You think because you buy this person book or you always in their DMs or even they give you a little tips because some authors will chit chat and all that. You think y'all friends now, and then when something gonna go right or you didn't get that arc you wanted or you ordered your order and you didn't read that it was a fucking pre-order, now you think you can get cute. It's like let's not. How about that? Let's not do that.
No, that's real. Because I think about that all the time. Like when social media first started and like they were like, yo, this ain't for play. Like drop your location and I will roll up on you. I kind of miss those days because I think I have dealt with a couple people, not even just in the book space, just in life. And I'm like, oh, you had all that lip on social media. When I roll up to you, it's crickets, but I'm about to roll up on you because I don't handle disrespect in a silo. Especially if I call you in and you decided to still show your ass, and then I have to now call you out. But I'm gonna call you out in person because I'm not about to show my dirty drawers on the internet because you want to act up. No, I'm about to just cut you out in person. That's just what it is.
A lot of these people got
to say this. I mean, cut you off, Nisha. I agree with that too. It's like everybody trying to do a thing, and even if you ain't brand building or whatever, we just get to a certain age where you just can't be acting a fool on the internet. But what I've learned is some people you got to meet them where the f they at, because you can be behind closed doors acting like it's like shit sweet, and then you in public and you saying fuck me. So now I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna hold you. You ain't gonna hold me in public. So sometimes I gotta meet you where you at.
And I agree with you, Nakara.
My therapy journey told me I can't do that no more because I'm a Scorpio and I will go to the pits of hell.
Listen, and I haven't gone there yet, but it gets to a point. I can only be so diplomatic. You can't be diplomatic with a person that's a heathen. So now I got to show you I'm one too, because that's what you understand. You don't understand how to be an adult and how to talk things out and how to be on the up and out about the shit you've done. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so I'm gonna meet you where you at because this is all you understand. Your emotional intelligence is very fucking low. So now we here. I tried to be an adult about it.
Nisha, please.
That girl always looking at me like I'm crazy.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Like, what's the most dramatic thing you've witnessed in the book space?
In the year we've been in,
you probably should have. The question probably should have been, "What's the least dramatic thing you witnessed?"
Least dramatic.
No, well, okay, let's do the most and the least.
Okay, I'll start with the least. I like when everyone's getting along, when everybody is talking about a book. It's like one big group chat, especially if you're on Threads, that's what all go down. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Threads is full of bullshit sometime, right? But Threads have its moments where we can kiki at the cousin house. We know we having fun with, and God forbid that the flower rangers, aka the white people, want to cut up with us. All the cousins coming outside. We okay, I don't like you, but they got you fucked up because you my cousin right now. But when we get back off their ass, we beefing again. So that's what I like to see. Okay, when we get mayonnaise, Maddie up out of here, I like that. The most dramatic thing I've seen, this book box discourse, just make it go away. I'm sick of it. Just don't Book boxes. Book
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah, I would say that's mine too. When the lady said she was licensed in all 50 states. First of all, they ain't 51 states, but 50 states. And I said, wait, what? Yeah, that was the most dramatic for me because I was like, that
I
literally
think I may have
cannot
missed
happen.
that
You
one.
can't be licensed in all 50
Oh no,
states.
you didn't miss it. That's when they were arguing back and forth about a particular author's book box and her not sending book boxes and she's releasing more stuff for pre-order. Oh, you didn't miss it.
No, you
You
didn't.
probably missed that particular
No, I
statement.
heard about okay, try
Yeah.
to just get back to the
Yeah.
internet 2 days
Yeah.
ago. I've been
Yeah.
on hiatus. So
Yeah.
I've
Good
heard
for
about it through the
you. I wish
grapevine.
I could skip that. I wish I could
It's
unsubscribe. I wanted
yeah.
to unsubscribe from it so bad. I was like, how do I mute this? Because I'm
You
a
can mute
Elmo.
words.
I know
Mm-hmm.
it takes
You
a
can
lot for
mute
Elmo because
people.
I don't really know how, but I'm gonna learn.
I'm gonna teach
Hmm.
you.
Please
Yeah,
do because I was like, that's the one I was like that we are. Now I'm seeing authors I admire having to be like, that's literally not possible to be licensed in all 50 states. So
It's not. It's not.
good for them. Beautiful gowns, gorgeous gowns.
it was terrible. That was like ooh, base. And then the my
Mm-hmm.
favorite, my least is when we, like you said, when we dragged that girl
Mm-hmm.
for Legendborn. That I was like,
Now wait a minute,
yeah,
what happened with that?
this white lady said it was trauma. I don't know what. I honestly I unsubscribed from a lot of it. But what I did see was all everybody get that lady together, including the whites. And I was like, I love it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Come on,
I
white
really
people.
do. I really love it here. And I really, this is my other pet peeve, is like when people judge like YA books like so harshly, like the kids in it. I'm like, they kids. Like you acting like that.
Yeah.
We all were dramatic.
Yeah.
It's the
You know,
hormone.
I don't read a lot of YA, but when I do, I understand that this is preteen,
They're young.
adolescent, young adult. This
Yes.
ain't. I mean, come on. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it
You
was.
know, people advance and become better people and forget they was ever not the best person. So you know.
Right.
Well, that really is it. So let's wrap up the toxicity. Let's go into a positive note.
Okay.
How do you create in y'all pockets of the internet an inclusive book community
For
or
me,
safe for y'all?
I think for me, I remain the same way online and offline. So that, we try to do like we got into doing in-person things and we're trying to build more. So I want to make sure what you see online, you don't think that, oh, she's chaotic and dramatic as hell online or vice versa, but then she's a different person once you meet her in person. I tend to be the same across the board. That way, people can get a feel of personality, of traits, of likes, dislikes, so that they can feel comfortable. Like, okay, yeah, we align in those areas. At least for me, that's how I like to operate.
No, I love that.
For me, I'm just good at community building. It's just who I am. I'm good with putting people in the room with each other. I'm good at, wrangling people up. I know who to put where, who I can't put where. I mean, that's literally my career in public health and social services. Hell, I had to learn early from my family because we got to know what cousin can come and which one can't come.
Correct.
Um, I'm just really good at reading energies and like, I'm good at like creating that space away from the space. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I got a few pockets on the internet. Like, okay, y'all some heavy hit content creators, and we all go through shit that we can't say publicly. So let's do that over here. Got an
Right.
IG channel. Oh, let's get some shit up over here. So, I mean, that's how I create my joy, my happiness. And sometimes those relationships transcend offline. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, we do this book stuff, but girl, how your mama and them? Oh, I heard your dad had surgery. Oh, how the job hunt going? So it's a lot of that, and you have to find what works for you in this community. And you can't teach community building. You can't.
Ooh.
You have to. It's either in you or it ain't. It's just what it is. And I think a lot of people try to build community, and they're not building correctly, or they're misconstruing what community building and networking is. So
Mm.
they're
Okay, let's
different.
talk about that. What does that mean? What's the difference between community building and networking? For people who don't
Um,
understand, because sometimes we gotta be clear.
So I'll start with networking. When you're networking, networking is basically you saying, "Hey, I'm going to introduce myself. I want to do a thing. I want to pitch you something. Let's work together. Let's get some bread together." That is networking. Community is just simply, hey girl, you got a pod, I got a pod, I'm gonna support you or whatever you got going on. You're gonna support me, and we may never work together ever. But you doing the thing, my pod sister, keep hope alive. That's community building, right?
Mhm.
And I think what people now the two can't intertwine. Don't get it
Yeah.
confused. But I think what a lot of people are doing and what I've seen is that, oh, I'm building community because I'm working with this author. No, you've networked an opportunity to work with an author.
So taking is the business of the networking.
Hmm.
Let me translate exactly what I'm here, so I make sure I'm clear. What you're saying too is essentially the network is the business. Like the business is in the networking, but the
Hmm.
community doesn't always equal business necessarily. It just
You may
equals.
you may never profit, benefit, gain, jump
Mhm.
ahead with community. And
Hmm.
I think that's what people they're trying to mask opportunity as, oh, I'm in this community. No, you got an opportunity to get you some money. Ain't nobody mad at it, but call a thing
Listen,
a
get that
thing.
bread.
Get it.
Hmm. Okay. Because I
Nisha,
think
what you got? Cause you over there smile.
yeah,
Nothing. Because I just think of it's simple in the terms of like the book community. We all came
yeah,
together
that's how I
because
was
we
gonna say
have
next.
a shared interest. And that shared interest intersects at books, no matter self help, fiction, nonfiction, whatever the case may be. We all have that common goal in mind. And so, in having that common goal, it's support the point of community is to have a support system built around the
Right.
interests. That doesn't mean we're going to do anything together. So yeah, I agree. Networking is oftentimes confused with community, but can they meet and mix? Yes, they can.
Hmm. That's something interesting because I think we've seen the boom of the
Mhm.
book economy,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I think about what is your why, like what brought y'all to the space, because I see a lot of people like just really sad online when their content they worked hard on just doesn't hit like they want it to, or they feel distraught, or they just want to give up. And one, I think it's twofold. Like, yes, your feelings are valid, but also like most of the creators that you see who have a large platform did not just pop overnight. Only if you're like a very attractive straight man who can read well. That's what I've
That's
seen,
what
and
it
that's no
is. That's
shade
what
Oh,
to
it
it's
is.
truth.
nobody,
That's
That's what it
truth.
because
is.
more men
That's
need to
what it is.
read.
Yeah, they
More
do.
men need to read, but
That's why they
most of
make
their followers are
articles
probably
because they ain't
women.
read. But keep going.
Yes. So, what is y'all why? What brought y'all to the bookish space? Like, what brought y'all here?
For me, I came to the book space because I've always been a reader.
Yeah.
And what I like to tell people, our podcast, like even this new season, you'll see something different because it was never meant to be just a book podcast. This is kind of how we started out, and it just kind of took over and went from there. But we have it's I'm interested. It's something I've done for years and years and years. I'm in my late 30s. I've been
Mhm.
reading since I was a kid, and actually reading the type of things we read now. I started my early teens reading things I shouldn't have been. So for
All of
me,
us.
I post content all the time that does nothing,
Mhm.
and it don't bother me. I keep posting. Charlie would tell you how most of the people in the community rock with Charlie. They don't fool me like that, and that is okay. They're still right. They don't have to because I'm not creating for them. I am creating book content on my book side of things because I actually enjoy it. So whether you interact, you engage, you repost, you like, that's not my business. My business
Mhm.
was to get what I was thinking and feeling and wanting to do off of me and putting into a space where somebody else may agree or they may not agree. So for me, my why was simply to express a part of me that many people, if you are close to me, you know I have that, but on a larger scale, most people don't know that I'm into books like that until I enter the book space.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same for me. I've been reading since hell. I could read sight words. Um, and I mean, shit. I always love to read. I always was an
Hmm.
audiobook girl too, because I learned how to read with them big brown ass headphones on my ears in school. So it's just always that. And entering this book space, I mean, shit, it was for the love of the game. Now, I tell people I do content. My content does fairly well sometimes. But if you pay attention to my content, I'm not even really doing book reviews. I'm just talking shit half of the time about the shit that I see online, and people just so happen to eat it up. Um, and again, it's if
Screaming.
you gonna do something, you gonna do it. I tell people all the time, if you do something you don't make money and you quit because you're not making money, you never really loved it anyway. Or if you only doing this to get cheap shots of dopamine to see if you're gonna have a viral moment and you don't have one for a month and you quit, you didn't want to do it anyway. Because attention is a hell of a drug too, and that's your currency, right? So I'm not mad at people that join the bookie space, but if you doing this really because you love to read and you doing it for the love of the game, you gonna have moments shit gonna pop. You gonna have moments shit ain't gonna do nothing. But are you gonna stay when that algorithm ain't on your side? And a lot of people tiptoe out the back because it ain't on their side. So what we doing?
Oh, that's real. And when I think about this too, about like the algorithm, like what it does, all those things, I think about what books are propelled, and that's also been a discussion recently. We also saw Jordan Sparks. I mean, no matter how anybody feel about my dear sis, we're gonna pray for her. The book she's been fed, and then I also see my friends who are getting into reading, what they've been fed. And I think about even myself, like once I got back into fantasy reading, what I was fed. So let's talk about Grace right now. And I think
I don't know her.
Oh no, no, not her. You don't know her.
I don't know Grace.
She's not amazing.
Never
got no
knew Grace.
Grace? Okay, let's talk about why. Let's talk about it. No, I really want to hear about it because I think sometimes people are like, what they're being pushed by the algorithm, like what is the top book, what's on book talk, all that stuff when they're getting into reading, and then people are like, why are you reading that? But they don't know.
It depends to me on what side of the internet you on. That's number one, right? So if you on that side over there with them other people, they gonna feed you some Rebecca Yarros and all that, and the Colleen Hoover, the vacuum lady. It depends on what side of the book space you on. That's number one. It's just what it is. Because some of us be over there. Some of us be over there lost, and we got to bring them home. We got to bring them home.
Do we want to? Because
yes, we do.
I do like. I will say this: I am a fourth wing person. I'm not
Rebecca. If you want to sponsor an episode of Refine and Ratchet, baby, have at it. We ain't mad at fourth wing.
She probably would. But
listen,
Colleen Hoover, that's a touch to that. Not even a touch. That's all the way over. Because her books are for her son, who is a pedophile or whatever the hell he is, sexual abuse, whatever he's doing, not keeping his hands to himself. You guys didn't know that?
No, I don't be over there with them people. I don't be over there.
That's where my threshold's in the toilet. Like for her, like no, she uses her money for her son who literally was getting sued for like some type of sexual assault.
See,
yes.
If you look like this and not like this, you need to come home. Get away from over there. See, that's what I'm talking about.
It's like very much Nicki Minaj's brother energy, or her husband. Either one.
Y'all
who knows?
Okay, yeah.
But I do know it had to do with that little boy not keeping his hands to himself, and that woman was using her money for that.
Oh
wow.
You know that.
Yeah.
I know quite a few people who like her.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know what? Because people don't know. Like y'all didn't know, right? So that's where I'm like, I'm gonna give you some grace. But once I told you the first time, if you don't care, I'm sorry. I don't know what
See, I be hearing the transgressions of the other people on the other side doing things.
The SJM lady.
The SJM. And a lot of their stuff get pushed out like it's algorithm friendly. But the caveat to that is on our side, and I'll just use Ja for example. If you say anything, Ja, right now, your content take it off. It's just what it is. And I mean, I'm not even mad at it. Like, you can come on there with 3 followers today and say, oh, I read Capone. Baby, them views going up. And that's what the algorithm gonna feed you. And we ain't even, 10, 11 years in the game, I'm not mad at that at all. So it's just kind of like, what's the trade-off? Now, I will say as a reader, it's your responsibility to elevate your palette. It ain't up to the algorithm. You got to do a little more research. You can't say, oh, this all I see, so this all I read. No, Miss Girl. You can go down to, the BNN, or you can ask some of your other book friends, hey, besides this, what else are you reading? Because you can't rely on the internet to give you all your TBR selections.
No,
you know. Prime example, I was at the gym today, and it's a lady
Okay.
who I met a couple.
Working on my fitness.
She
Because
trying to do a little something,
She out here stunned on us. She out here stunned.
listen, she's trying to get her knees ready for bookseller. That's what I heard.
Okay.
My knees gonna be good and ready too. It's a lady I met at the gym a few weeks ago, and I was sitting in the locker room, and she walked in, and she was like, "Hey, friend, I like your hair," and somehow that led to a conversation about reading, and so she was like, "Yeah," um, she was like, "I'm just about to go in the sauna and read, and I'm reading." Before the street lights come on, I said, "Oh, Ashley
That's
Antoinette."
internet.
She said, "Wait." I said, "Yeah, I'm a reader girl." I said, "You're a reader girl?" She was like, "You know what's interesting? I just joined a book club," and she said she used to be the babysitter for the book club because she just wasn't into like fiction. She would babysit all her friends' kids while they did the book club. But they so happened to get
Good
to
for
reel her
you.
in. She said, "I went from self help," and then she said, "Yeah, before this, when I was reading To the Moon," I said, "Yeah, Evelyn Latrice." She said, "Oh, you really out here?" I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah," and she
And
said,
Who's
you,
"Well,
that
look."
girl?
She said, "Well, do you got some recommendations?" I said, "Tomorrow, I got you." So for her, it was okay. I named two books, and you already know what I'm talking about. Well, let me get some recommendations.
But
That's
you
how
know what
you.
you just heard? I just heard right now. You
Well,
building community. That's building community
yes.
because you guys just because we always gotta compliment each other because when the girls is tea, the girls is tea.
yeah,
You gotta give the
yeah,
girls their
Period.
yeah,
props when they're
yeah.
tea. And then that led to her
Mm-hmm.
now saying to you, "Oh, I'm a reader. I'm trying to get
Yep.
more into that." So I always say when you're in community, you find out so much more, which I found out in the bookish space because
Mm-hmm.
I did not know how deep, and this was my ignorance, right, of the indie book space. Like I knew there was independent authors, right, but wow, the
Mm-hmm.
caliber is just top notch, and I expect nothing less. Like I already know this country ain't ish, right? So of course our stories aren't being told. That
Mm-hmm.
makes total sense to me, but I did not know where to go. So I went into community to find my resource, and I done flew through so many damn books. And
And I
it's
think that
embarrassing for me.
it
Yeah.
isn't. You know why? Because
It's
I think
not
that
because I could be doing crack. But
boom. But I think that tags back to what you were just saying. It goes right back to you saying number one, build a community, and you found a
Mm.
community that you love and enjoy. And number two, you expanded your palette beyond what was being pushed out to you. You didn't know
Mm-hmm.
it existed at first, but as a reader, you saw, you know what I'm
yes.
saying, to find out where that existed. And then you found that I love this.
Yeah.
Yes, because Jacquel, 50 Cent wish he could write like Jacquel. That's no, I'm dead serious.
Tap
I'm
it.
like, if
Tap it.
y'all like BMF, Power, all of that, this is
Yep.
10 times the entire
Yep.
10 times better. And these men know how to treat their women
No. No.
instead of
No.
cheating on top. Let me not get on my. Oh, I can't
Listen.
stand James.
I'ma just say this. I'ma just say this. I'ma just say this. Naeem shouldn't have made it past chapter one in Capone.
No, he should have died.
He should have died right
He
fucking
should
did.
have
But you know
died.
what? For the love of the game, she kept that nigga around. But you know,
But did
shout out to
she?
Ja.
No, no.
No,
Capri, love my girl down because she my
she kept
fave.
him alive in that series. He's
But
still
she
alive.
should have let him die
That's what I said. He should
because
have
she
been
lived too
gone.
much of a soft life. She should have.
Yeah.
What you mean? You get a
No,
crackhead pregnant to jump off? Are you dead? Serious? You
yeah.
playing with me? Die.
You know what's
Yeah.
so funny though to hear y'all reference that series? Great, I love it. But you know, you have people on the internet who dislike it. And I always find interesting the
Ooh.
conversation, and not to take far off your
No,
script,
please. No. We
but
we 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 vibing.
what I find interesting is so many people. That's so unrealistic. Well, first of all, it's fiction, babe. What part are you missing about that?
But is it
Which,
unrealistic?
but you know, it's so funny. Somebody can make a TV show and you're gonna love it down. So why is it that I think more or less again that goes back to where people have a shared like for something versus they might not like the person or the creator. I'm not saying they dislike Ja, but I always find that discourse about Ja or anybody else. Well, that's
Mhm.
unrealistic to do X, Y, and Z. It's fiction. I can do whatever
It
you.
was unrealistic for
Fiction
your
can be
dad to leave your
whatever.
mama 8 months pregnant, but you here.
All right.
Now,
Wade in the
fiction.
water. Wade.
Jesus, come on
I'm
in the
just
room.
saying.
Ooh, come in with a good word.
Because it just gets to a point though.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
No,
So
it really does get to a point that
Yeah.
I'm disturbed by it in a lot of different ways. As I think I think a self-actualized black person should also be disturbed, and I'm not here to police nobody's blackness. But the
right.
time I'm agreeing with a white supremacist or any people that can't even recognize their own biases, then what are we having a conversation about? Because it sounds like to me you need to go and do the internal work to heal.
and let's call things, right? Because
Oh,
we
okay.
just said
Okay.
we just said attention is a hell of a drug, and we pay
Mhm.
for it in our currency when we pay attention to fuck shit. A lot of y'all know the book reviews y'all do or whatever y'all talk about when y'all talk about, oh, it was nice, I loved it. That's getting you 200 views. But the minute you say F and Andy Arthur, this book is trash, I hate it, that range bait it go through the roof. So it's kind of like, do you really hate this shit, or you just out here chasing the algorithm? Are you out here chasing them likes, that number, that engagement? Because I guarantee you, if you saw these authors in person, some of these events or just in, you're gonna be on their dick. So let's stop. Let's stop. You just chasing your follower count. You really don't feel like this. But when you nice in your snug and sitting in your reading chair, talking about it was a 5-star read, it didn't do numbers, this girl. Now clock that.
Wade in the water.
Jesus in the room. You ain't got to call him in.
You know what? Jesus flipped tables. So he is definitely in the room. He's always in the room. He was not a pacifist. I don't know who told anybody that, but that man was not a pacifist. Okay, let's talk about this though, because you're hitting on one of my other questions. What happens when a book doesn't fit like a book talk aesthetic? And what does that mean? Because we've been seeing the conversation about I'm not even going to say the word because it's stupid. You already know what I'm talking about. But what happens to the community and what happens to I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this because I want to make sure it's clear so y'all understand. What happens to the community when you are a person that people go to for trusted advice and you aren't doing things for the aesthetic, like what we said, doom scrolling, and you're just chasing the light? What happens then to community? What happens now to your authority? Does that make sense? It's okay. I can rephrase it. I think
what you're asking is that if people are using you as a touch point resource, but you are not being true to who you are. It was fake from the jump. So now you are not a valid source at all because you are only doing things that's going to get you the attention, and it's not always the good attention. So those people are seeking you out for that thing.
Yeah.
So now your real community that you could have built, and this is only if I'm understanding the question correctly.
Yeah.
Your real community you could have built if you would have remained true to who you are and let your platform or your brand build over time instead of chasing the microwave version of it. Now you've canceled all that out because you got to remember, only so long is hate shit gonna be able to run.
Yeah.
It's only so long
or inauthentic.
Yeah,
it's because people will sniff it out. Your day will come. Your day will come.
And let's say this, and I don't want people to mistake nothing. First of all, no one's trying to police your content or your opinion. No, nobody. Because some of my favorite authors, all their books ain't 5-star reads. Right? Same. All of them ain't 5-star reads. However, your delivery, your tone, your messaging, because we need honest reviews, we need honest critique, but it's that respect. You can say, "Oh, I didn't like this book. The plot was missing," and if it's true, it's true. But when you get to like, "Oh, this shit trash," you should hang it up. I don't know why you play with us like this. It's the level of respect that goes with your review. So nobody's never going to tell you what you can't do with your content. Because I know there was an argument one day too, like, "Oh, we can't say if we DNF the book." Hey, do that, but have some common sense and some respect when you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all
MLS, like they did not cite their courses. They did not do that.
They didn't do none of that. And it's crazy that in this community we're so hard on each other, but you still carry your ass down into that restaurant with that rude ass waitress, that mean ass owner, and they always shortchanging you. But you ain't did one fucking Google review yet. But Lord forbid you see one misspelled word in the book, You running the goddamn Goodreads and say the whole book trash.
Ooh.
Like, come on, y'all, be real.
No, so let's talk about that. Why aren't we kinder in our own communities than we are to everybody else? It feels like we give the G word, your girl Grace, to everybody else, but not ourselves. And so why do you think that is? I know that's a loaded question, and I just dropped it on y'all late.
You did.
I did.
Yeah,
This is my Scorpio instincts. You know, my water rumbles.
For me, I think
yeah,
some
go ahead,
people
Nish.
need
You
to-
tanked it first.
I think some people have been in a position of, I don't want to call it hate, but people have been in a certain position and mindset so long that it almost feels like they're conditioned that way, in a sense. And I know that sounds like a very much a cop out, because I do not agree with it. But it's just like Charlie just said. You can, and there's no knock to Jamaican culture restaurants. I'm not saying all Jamaicans exist like this. You know, you got to get disclaimers. But there's a Jamaican restaurant I used to go to all the time. I don't care when you went to that mofo. That lady at the front had an attitude. She wasn't nice. She didn't speak. She
But was the
asked
food
you-
good?
The food was good, and guess what? I carried my ass right on back down there.
Right. Right.
And if you go look at my
My
content,
best
I
friend
don't.
Jamaican, they ain't rude, but
But
they
this is
ain't
what I'm saying.
violent. So
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna eat this food.
I'm gonna eat this food. And so for me, when it comes to like even the book, I just use the book community since that's what we're referencing.
Yeah.
For me, I don't make DNF posts. I would, and if I do, if I say yeah, I won't mess with it. Now you can go check my Goodreads. I'm gonna keep it a book on my Goodreads, but I won't make a loud platform to throw out to everybody to say, oh, I hate this. This is the worst book ever, because I think some things are subjective.
Yeah.
I know plenty of books that everybody loved and I thought they were
Hated
terrible.
them. Hated them.
I got plenty of books that I love and nobody like.
Same.
Same.
And we
I
read.
wish
Sometimes
people
we
did
read a
more
lot of
for
stuff
one book I
together, and I
loved.
be like, Fred, I don't know about
So
that
things-
one. Or
So it's subjectives.
It's
It's
subjective.
subjective.
And I will say this too. I feel like the internet give a lot of people who would normally have a voice, and they choose to use their voice in the wrong way. So it's kind of like, I'm just speaking for online community. It's like it's easy for you to bash some shit online because your thought process is that you'll never see this person again, versus you bashing them in person. Now, as far as hate, I don't like to use that word. I don't like to use hate or jealousy, because I think if you hate or you're jealous of someone, you're a dangerous person. And I never want to think someone wants to bring harm to anybody. So I don't want to put that label on them either. But I just really feel like there's a disconnect. Like, why are you going balls to the wall every time you read something? Reading is supposed to be fun, and you're making you're making your hobby not fun. And why do you continue to read authors or genres that you just do not like? If you don't like street lit, urban fiction, fantasy, romantasy, don't read the genre. If you don't like certain said author, don't read that author. You're only making your reading experience more difficult for yourself. That's it.
think people like
Read
to
what
be
you wanna
mad.
read. And
That's
that's
it.
it. And that's it. You just
I
want
think it-
something
like
to
to be
complain
mad.
about.
I think
Yeah.
it's tied right back to when we talking about people creating content, rage bait. You do it because
Rage
you
bait.
need something to talk about. You don't have another avenue to utilize in order for you to get what you need to get off. So now I'm gonna keep reading the shit I hate because I need to say something about it, and that's how you draw people in. It's stupid.
I love being a hater.
All right. Yep.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm about to wrap it up with a hot takes rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all ready? Instant. What
No.
comes to your mind after I say it?
Okay.
Is it okay to DNF a book?
Yes.
Yes.
Dog earring pages, necessary or sacrilegious?
That's sacrilegious. That's terrible.
Yeah.
You took too long.
Yeah. I have to think about it. I'm sorry.
Book adaptations are always worse than the book. True or false?
True.
False.
Ooh. The first 100 pages should hook you immediately, or it's a slow burn, okay?
A slow burn. is
Slow
okay.
burn. Okay.
Unpopular opinion, a book everyone loves that you actually didn't enjoy.
I'm gonna say Moth to a Flame.
Okay.
Ashley Antoinette. She's an emotional terrorist.
Okay, Libra.
A book that everybody loved that I didn't like. Damn, I don't think I. Because I don't read based off recommendations, so I don't have one.
Oh, okay. All right,
No,
now
I really don't. I don't read off
I love that.
recommendations.
Meanwhile, it's rare.
Wilderness.
It's really
I'm
rare.
sorry.
Well, we buddy read, but we have two totally different tastes in books. So
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah,
Physical books versus ebooks. Which one is
Ebook.
better?
ebook.
Oh,
I
period.
hate too much clutter.
Yeah.
You sound
I
like
love books. I
Beyonce.
love books.
Wait,
But I don't have the space right now for a lot more
Yeah.
books. When I was at home at my father's house, I had
you must be an
8 foot
earth
tall
sign. What is
bookshelves.
you?
I'm an air sign.
Oh, you're an air sign. Oh, a gym. Oh, this makes sense. Okay.
And I got ADHD and autism. I don't like to feel like now. When I was younger, I mean, of course, we didn't have e-readers and all that. But like now, if I buy a physical book now, it's because I've already read it and I want it as my trophy.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't need every book I've ever read or that I want. I don't buy
I'm a
books online no more
maximalist.
either.
I'm a maximalist.
Ebooks?
I have. Well,
no.
used to be.
I love
I
maximalism,
got
but
records up
ebooks.
there.
Ebooks are very
Ebooks
convenient
are
for me.
easy. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
convenient. I ain't got to tote it
Ebooks
with
is
me
good for
everywhere.
the shower, the beach, the club,
Yeah.
the Super Bowl party. You know,
Because I be reading a corner. Hmm.
correct. Same. All right.
Same.
What is something you would love to leave my listeners with, just to wrap up what the conversation was about? What would you want to leave them with? Even though we were yapping, and I love it.
I know.
You go.
Go ahead, Nish.
I just want to leave them with it's okay to be a part of a community. It's okay to also be a standout. It is okay to remain true and authentic to who you are. You don't have to idolize, agree, align with anything that's not you.
That's a mess. All right, Tiffany. I don't know if you heard that, but that's gotta be thing.
Yeah.
Like what we
I'm
put
a-
out.
I don't know how to follow that up. I will just say, if you're gonna build community. Don't tear down the community. Don't gossip about the community. Don't try to extort the community, and don't make community convenient. Don't make community chaotic. If you gonna do it and be about it. And do know that all the time with community, you may not benefit. It may be somebody else benefiting from the space that you created, and you have to be okay with that.
Dang. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to have y'all back. So where can the people find you?
You can
So
find
together, you can find us on Instagram.
Oh,
Listen, 'cause we got some things going on. So together, you can find us on IG, Threads, TikTok at Refined and Ratchet. The word "and" is spelled out. On YouTube, yes, follow and subscribe to the YouTube Refined and Ratchet. We got season 2 coming. I just went through a rebrand and a name change, so I am now old Charlie. Please, that's Charlie with 2 E's. And Nisha, give me your 1 2.
So I have 2 separate platforms. If you want to find all things my life, you can find me at nisha.ne._ on Instagram. And you can find me on YouTube. I have a regular lifestyle channel there. And then you're going to find all things books. You can find me at Next Chapter Niche on Instagram, TikTok.
love
Wait a
that.
minute, you plugging all your stuff? Well, follow me on YouTube at old Charlie, please.
What? You plugged your pod?
I plug our podcast.
And yours too. And
You
yours
did it
too.
in the beginning.
Mhm.
Okay, why y'all ganging up on me?
I mean, we just trying to hold you accountable. Sis. That's community too.
I'm never coming back. I've been put it. I'm just playing.
Yep, I know.
She'll be
Anyway,
back.
and give me one book recommendation that you always recommend to somebody.
Ooh, we
Yeah,
talking
I always
old school or new
recommend.
school? Right now, what we talking about?
Right
Like,
now,
you gotta-
like if you were walking on the street right now and somebody said, I would love to read a book, what is your suggestion? What is it?
right now, I
Mm-hmm.
think what everybody needs to read right now, what I'm reading right now, is Who's Watching Shorty by Rashonda Landfair.
I saw
She
you-
was one of the victim that was on tape with R. Kelly, and she got a story to tell. It's palpable, it's not too graphic, too demeaning, but it takes you inside that whole world and what she had been dealing with since she was 13 up until she was 30. That's the one you need to get
Her
into
parents did a
because
good job. I remember.
I I'm listening to the audiobook. I say get into it and
Oh,
you can
okay.
kind of
I got some
understand
people
the
real credit.
intricate. Yeah, it's good. And I'm glad she is finally get a chance to tell her story. So that's a good
Mm,
one. But if you want something light, I would recommend We Said No Feelings by Miss Libra Park.
okay.
Okay. Right now, since I'm in a self rediscovery period, I would recommend the Black Girls Must Die Exhausted by Jane Allen series.
Mm,
If you don't want a series, you want something that's a slow burn but cute, but fun and a little bit heavy, I'm gonna tell you Problematic Volume 1 by Lady Nisha.
mm.
Mm,
I love
that's a good
that.
one.
Well, with that, y'all, that is the end of our episode. Thank you all the time for listening to us, subscribe to both of our channels, and support Black podcasts because everybody got a mic. But you know what? We got to make sure we support Black women because our mic should always be the loudest and always on. So with
Period.
that, keep reading, y'all, but make sure you healing. Bye.